uh, okay, life lessons for you guys. If a girl texts you first and lures you with a threesome to a place, it ain't real. It ain't real. You better block that number. It ain't.
Come in and get scared together on this episode of The Crime and the Creepy.
Thank you, guys. I'm so happy. I'm the happiest little girl. All right. Next up in the crime and the creepy, we're getting back to our roots, guys. 7 horrific Tinder matches gone horribly wrong. Let's go.
Marissa was 23 years old when she matched with who she thought was a 25-year-old guy from town named Luke. The two were chatting on Tinder and seemingly hitting it off, so they exchanged numbers. After texting for a while talking about music and sports, the chat shifted to a more sexual tone.
That's
Marissa
why I
was
don't
on
use
Tinder
Tinder.
looking for casual sex. And when
I
this
never
topic
use
came up,
Tinder.
Luke said he was looking for the same thing. After chatting for a while
Creep
longer,
Luke number.
Luke suggested Marissa come by to his house since he has the place to himself. Interestingly, Luke didn't give an address until after he asked Marissa what area she's from. And when she did, he gave an address that was conveniently close to her, walking distance as a matter of fact.
Wait.
Before agreeing to come over to Luke's house.
Doesn't Tinder show where you're from? I thought Tinder is all about like finding someone in your area, so it shows like your. Doesn't it show like you're 30 kilometers away or something? Wasn't it something creepy like that?
Though, she requested they have a phone call first. The two had a
Yeah,
phone call,
fair.
and Luke sounded like a normal, young guy. They joked around on the phone for a bit, until Marissa was comfortable enough to agree to go over.
You can rig it with a
Deciding
VPN,
to go early,
of course.
just to pass the house and scope it out first.
It does, but you
Marissa
said
walked
how
about
long
10
you
minutes
wanted.
through the neighborhood until
Oh.
she got to the block.
I
It was
see.
late at night, so a lot of houses had their lights off, and there were no cars out on the road. Marissa passed the house and noticed 2 cars in the driveway and a car parked in front. All the
Okay,
lights were
that's
out.
weird.
It didn't look like a house with
3
just a guy
cars?
alone. This was already a red flag, so she went back down
Definitely.
the block and texted him, "I'm almost there." He replied, "Oh, you're early. Almost ready. Walk slow." Marissa was getting bad vibes, so she started slowly inching back in the direction of her house, at a pace that allowed her to stall a bit longer for a reply from Luke confirming that she was okay to come in. But suddenly Marissa heard a car approaching the intersection down the block behind her. She turned to see a white van with no headlights on, turning onto the street. Marissa ran to hide behind the side of a house, and she watched as the van parked on the side of the road.
Holy shit, I
The van
kidnapped
just sat
one.
there, nobody got out. It was parked a few houses away from the given address. Then, Marissa got a text from Luke, saying, "Okay, I'm ready. Let me know when you're on my block, I'll come out." Marissa turned and started running down the block, inconspicuously though, making sure to stay close to the houses she passed and not on the sidewalk or close to the street. She ran most of the way home and blocked the number, also reporting the Tinder profile. Just to be on the safe side, Marissa and her mother went to the address the Luke person gave, and the woman who opened the door denied even having any sons. Marissa and her mother went to a police station to report this incident, just so that the authorities could be aware of it and link any future reports to it as well. By the sound of it, due to Marissa's cautiousness, she narrowly avoided being abducted by the driver of that van.
Okay. White Wen, clearly the smartest choice for a romantic ride. I mean, like, everything was very fishy here. Like, holy moly. Okay, that's why I'll never understand Tinder. Like, it was the middle of the night, and she just went to some weird house that he just gave her, and, like, they barely knew each other. Like, I don't know. If you're that horny, I'm just gonna say it. If you're that horny, feel free to go into my VODs and do your thing, but please stay safe. Don't get kidnapped. Don't get kidnapped, guys. Not worth it. Not worth it. It has candles inside and the white van. Amazing. Amazing. No, that's insane. That's why every time you meet someone, the first time you meet in a public place. Yes, yes. Public place. Best even tell everyone you're going. It was the Bang Bus. It was the Scooby Gang. The Scooby Gang with some weird intentions. I don't know, guys. Holy. I'm glad she figured it out. I'm glad nothing happened to her.
This was the Tinder match between
Threesome?
Chaz and who he thought were two girls around his age. This is how the conversation went. My friend and I think you're really cute. I hope your friend is also a girl, LOL. She is silly. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Where are you ladies from?
Okay, life lessons for you guys. If a girl texts you first and lures you with a threesome to a place, it ain't real. It ain't real. You better block that number. It ain't real. It's you're not that cute. You're not that cute. Sorry to burst your bubble.
Then they share their locations, which aren't far. The other profile asks, "Are you busy tonight?"
My life is a lie.
I'll be hanging with you two. Yes.
Let me dream. I'm trying to keep you safe.
Wait, actually, our parents are both home. Want to meet at the park? We can find a place to hang there. I guess we can do that.
Man
My
can
parents are
dream.
home too. Damn. What time should we meet there? 10? Yes. Okay. What are your numbers?
10
Let's
in the
just
middle of the
message on here
park.
until we meet.
Oh wait, no
I
number.
see how it is.
My mom said I'm cute.
Yes, we're heading over now, okay? Okay, Sam, I'll probably be there like 10:10. Okay, perfect. Where exactly in the parks do you want to meet? We can meet by the statue on the dirt path. It's like a dog walking path. No one will be there this late.
No one will be there this late. Totally not suspicious. When you go to the cutest samurai stream and the first word you hear is threesome, I'm sorry, that was the title of the video. As an extra olive oil, I still get a dream about twosomes. Aww, you'll get there. And it's gonna be beautiful, Anheld. It's gonna be full of romance, full of love, full of boom. Waiting is worth it.
Spot from there together. Okay, I looked it up. I think I know how to get there. I'll message you when I'm there, okay? Okay.
I was gonna say
Chaz
nice,
then
but then I
arrives
heard
at
you're
the
not that
destination
cute.
park, and he sends a message saying he's here. He follows it up with, "This is kind of creepy. Are you guys here?" This was the last message he sent the profile before it unmatched him.
And then they unmatch. Holy fuck. They're gonna rob him. They're gonna rob him. Women don't exist, you're right. Gonna be the hypest 15 seconds of your life, but they're gonna be awesome. You still have time? Of course you have time. Never rush. Like, can I be real? Never rush having any kind of relationship. Can I even say the word sexual? God, I'm probably gonna get banned, sorry. But this is educational, okay? I mean this. Never rush these kind of things. Like, honestly, it's not worth it. Find someone you trust, you start loving, and then do it. And that's gonna be the best one you're gonna have in life. Not gonna lie. That's just how it is. Anything else, just gonna bring you trouble anyways. What you're having later, I hope it's not a threesome. Because that would revoke everything I just said. What are you gonna have later?
He was left alone in the woods.
Relax.
On a dirt path completely void of any people. Chaz knew at this point that he had been tricked.
Oh my
He
god,
didn't
look
know
at
just yet if he
him.
was just pranked or if he had walked into a trap. But then he started to
Kebab
hear voices in the
burrito?
woods, like the snapping of twigs and
That
leaves
sounds
on the ground,
awesome.
indicating he was being watched. He already had his phone.
Chicken
using
kebab?
it as a
Is
flashlight
it
and
like what
made
you
his way to
posted
the
earlier?
meetup point.
Looked so
So at this
good.
point, he decided to start recording for his own protection.
Oh
This
my
was the
god.
footage he captured.
Oh, there's footage? I'm jealous. You found the fan. I didn't really see anything in the footage.
In this footage,
The usual.
you can easily see that as he pointed his light into the woods where he heard another sound, it revealed someone in the woods, who then started to run out from the trees and
Really?
chase after Chaz.
Do you see that?
While running, Chaz stopped recording to turn off the
Hi
flashlight.
Flavia,
then
welcome
ran into
in.
the trees to hide. He started recording again when he thought he had lost the person chasing him.
We're about to see the ladies. I kind of highly doubt that.
He kept recording the rest of his way out of the park and back to his car to have video evidence of anything in case of a worst case scenario. Luckily, Chaz made it back to his car and home in one piece. He tried reporting the profile to Tinder just based off the screenshots he took, but Tinder got back to him saying they're unable to find any profiles that match the description or pictures. Chaz was obviously not wise to enter a suspicious situation like this. The other profiles' refusal to give their number, as well as meeting anyone for the first time in a park by the woods at night where nobody else would be around, are two major red flags that this was some kind of trap.
Absolute red flag. The entire conversation. I don't know how this, like, lucky. This guy is lucky that he was, like, safe and didn't get, you know, mugged or worse. Yeah, absolute dumb. How do you go into the woods by yourself? Yeah, I don't know. Even for two ladies, I can't say how is it? Is it kickling, shickling, kebab? It's chicken, right? Just Swedish for chicken. Swedish is hard, okay? Dude ran away from a sure threesome. I'm from Brazil. Ah, yes. Hi, welcome to I will teach you all the yummy words. Thank you. Tack så mycket.
The girl who submitted this to me wasn't the one to match this profile. Rather, it was her friend Maddie. The profile was titled Invincibles, and it claimed to be some guy, or rather a pair of people, including this Chelsea person, who would pay someone to pick
Invincibles. Is that real? First important one, tatar. What's tatar? Is it yum yum? I would share my Tinder. What am I saying? I'm scared now. I would share my Tinder stories of horror, but they would get us banned. Oh gosh. Booba. Oh, it's like titties. Tuta is very yum yum. The German word is actually very, very. Am I allowed to say that? Neko, you're making me really, really say naughty words. I have taught that word to half of Twitch since 27. Yeah, titten, exactly. Tita, titten, titties, all the same. We love them here, though. We love them here. In case you're wondering what we're talking about, that's what we're talking about. Oh, yeah. As a Norwegian, I gotta say Swedish is weird. I think it's I actually think it's hilarious. Swedish is, I think the pronunciation is very hard for me, but a lot of the words are very, very similar. Like, for example, a lamp, it's like Lampa, right? Lampa, and in German it's Lampe. So it's like nearly the same fucking thing. Or like a house in German is Haus, and in Swedish it's like Hus, right? Stuff like that. It's not that different, but the pronunciation is just a little bit harder for me. Me and Norwegians have come to agree that the Danish are the crazy ones. Yeah. I don't know. You Scandinavian guys, you have your I don't know, infighting. I don't know what's happening there. Why do you guys hate each other so much? Usually, as a German, I'm always the one hating. So, like, being hated on. I don't hate. Oh, Flavio, thank you. I sadly can't speak Brazilian or Spanish, right? I can't. Emotes también. Are my emotes good? That's how it sounds like. I hope you like my emotes. Thank you for joining. Germans and Scandinavian language are pretty close. I think they have, like, not all of them. We have different language trees, but sometimes it's just very close. Each country think they're the superior one in Scandinavia. Ah, you guys have a god complex. I see. So Norwegians beef with Sweden and Denmark, but if all three are in a room, Norwegian and Swedes team up against Denmark. I need to know that. That's very important knowledge. That's really good to know. Thank you. So, hate on Denmark, basically. That's what I'm getting out of there. I see. I mean, honestly, what has Denmark ever done that's good for society? Like, is there anything we know? Like, I know Belgium has like fries or waffles. I know Sweden has IKEA and Köttbullar. Norwegian. Okay, Angel, what does Norwegian? Help me out here. What did the Norwegians do that I know? They're about to lose Greenland. True. Greenland is lost, guys. Can I say I'm just scared and just sit and watch everyone fight? The way you pronounce Köttbullar? Yeah, I've actually been learning a little bit, especially thanks to Sammy too. So I try my best. Hey. But if the Swedes break the trust by knocking us down in the process of knocking down Denmark, then we team up with Denmark to take down Sweden. I see. Can you teach me more German? Of course, we can totally. Maybe we should do a teaching stream at one point. You guys teach me Swedish and all the other languages, and I teach you my broken German. Girl, we're carrying Europe's gas export. Okay. Yeah, you're actually angry with us Germans. Did you guys see that in the news? We Germans take too much for electricity. I'm sorry. Oh my god. And it's because of people like me. It's because of me streaming that Germany takes all your gas. Is there a language learning chat on Discord? Oh. No, that's a good idea. I'm gonna write that down. I like that. That's okay, my house got solar panels. I need those. Yeah, Flavio, actually, I'm doing this for Flavio right now. Hi, look. This is me. This is my model. And my Sakura. Look at them. Look at my paddles. They move. There we go. I can teach you Afrikaan. Ooh, I actually been to South Africa, to Kapstadt, Cape Town, once. So and actually Afrikaan has a lot of words that are similar to German too, or at least the sound of it. Very interesting. Sweden makes all the cool stuff. Norway is the oil barons of the north. Denmark, they got Lego. True. Ah, damn. But Lego is expensive. We don't like Lego. I can teach them Hungarian and Romanian. Ooh. I like the idea. I like that a lot. Okay, I like that a lot. Let's figure out, though, what Invincibles is all about.
The man in the picture in his groin. This is the story in the girl's words. One of my best friends, a girl named Maddie, was on Tinder one day when she stumbled upon this account. It was supposedly dedicated to finding people to kick a guy in the groin for a payment of between $50 and $100. Of course, my friend, needing money because of the pandemic and such, swiped right on him.
Okay.
He quickly messaged her back that there were several
When
people
dollars
involved in this,
kicking
including
nuts.
a girl named Chelsea. We're not sure if they were even actually real to this day.
Huh?
We live in a small town in Pennsylvania, and this account was listed in a couple towns over in Clearfield. My friend Maddie was of course a bit skeptical about this, so she messaged me so that she could come have some sort of backup when she went to do this. The account stated that they were doing this for a YouTube video, and the guy who was being kicked had lost a...
Infinity, can you imagine? I'm WhatsApping you like, dude, I have the perfect money opportunity. We just go to this person's place, kick him in the nuts, and we make $1,000.
Bet at a bar a couple weekends before. I agreed to accompany my friend because I also was a bit skeptical, but I had enough confidence that I could protect her if things happened to go south. The next day, after my friend agreed to meet with the people, we set off towards Clearfield. The address the account gave us led to a random hotel in Clearfield, which already sort of creeped us out. The whole setting seemed off, and I'd better include that my friend Maddie had never mentioned that she'd be bringing anyone with her. We arrived at the hotel and sat for maybe an hour, if not a little less, waiting for the person to get back to us. They ended up saying that they would be a little late, and to sit tight. After the prolonged waiting, the person eventually mentioned that they were back in town. Instead of meeting at the hotel, they suggested that we just come straight to their house instead. Already I was feeling a little off. but I had confidence that I could defend my friend against any harm that may have came her way. So we set off to this guy's house, and in under 10 minutes, we eventually made it there. At first I felt relieved, as the address he gave us led to a big normal-looking house, right next to the main road. But upon further investigation, there was a creepy-looking shed behind the house, with an even creepier-looking man peering from out the side of the door to the shed. My friend Maddie parked in front of the shed, and she told me to wait in the car, which immediately screamed the worst things to me, but I trusted her to read the situation and know what she was doing. After all, getting paid money to
That is
kick some
crazy.
random guy in the nuts,
That is
sounded like a
crazy.
dream.
No,
The
it's
guy
not a
behind the
dream.
shed
It's
was
crazy.
creepier than before. He was
Yeah,
scared.
how do people go to a stranger's house for that?
that? He also seemed nervous and twitchy. Not at all
Okay,
like the guy in the
hold on a
Tinder
second.
profile.
Does anyone wanna be kicked in the nuts by Goro Nyanya for £50? I don't know why I said pounds, because I think I saw pounds somewhere. Anyone? Anyone? I'll kick gently or real hard, depending what your kink is.
I heard her ask him, "Hey, I brought my friend along just as a precaution.
Crazy.
Is that okay?"
Crazy.
And in that instant, I watched his expression drop, which screamed
Are you
another
playing
red
us?
flag to me. He stuttered out, "Yeah, that's fine, I guess."
Well, my
So I got out of
Bitcoin,
the
my
car,
Goro coin didn't work
put it in
out.
my pocket in a hurry, and we stepped inside the shed, to which point I immediately began to regret mine and her decisions up until that point. The shed was filthy. It was cluttered with random items and boxes, with a toilet sitting in the corner. The guy, who I quickly realized must be an addict by the way he was acting, very nervous and twitchy, is now standing
Jesus.
solemnly in the corner, setting up his laptop to record this event. We made some very awkward
Run!
small talk as he was doing this, at which point I noticed something else that bothered me. This random guy had Snapchat installed on his computer, which is what his friend Chelsea was messaging us from.
Oh
I
god.
could just be paranoid, but something about this told me that he was actually Chelsea, and he needed another device to Snapchat her on to make it seem like he was
need
someone
to
else.
run.
After he set it up to record,
Thank you,
he
Bams, for
seemed
hanging out.
angry and tense, as if he didn't actually think he was going to get kicked in the groin that day.
Have a good one.
He turned around, and my friend went about her business with him, and promptly after, he asked in a shallow voice, "So what are you guys doing tonight? Do you guys smoke?" Referring to weed. We both quickly replied no, and that we had other things going on, despite the fact that we both do smoke. Maddie quickly collected the cash from him, and we left. Now, this might not all seem off to a regular person, but I can't help but feel like if I wasn't there, then something bad would have happened. After we left, my friend had mentioned that before we got there, this alleged Chelsea person had offered to
This poor guy just doesn't know how to make friends. That's why he was like, hey, so now our business is concluded. You wanna hang out? You wanna smoke some weed and hang out, party hard?
rent a hotel room and buy her pizza. I don't like to think about what would have happened if I wasn't there, but deep down I know that
Crazy.
something way more malicious had been planned.
I can't even believe this is real, guys.
Based off the girl's recounting of this event, it's safe to assume that the man in the picture wasn't the same guy that they met in the shed, and that this
Yeah,
Chelsea
definitely
person
not.
didn't exist. Maddie and her friend were smart to go into the situation together, as there's always more safety in numbers. This last one is
Absolutely
another
crazy.
example of why you can never be too careful with online dating. This was submitted by Jeremy, and this was his Tinder match. He matched with a girl named Mia, who was in the same high school class as him. Their conversation went as follows. "Hey, long time no see.
Yes, it's
I
Mr.
know, hey.
Nightmare.
How have you been?" "Not
And
bad, and you?"
hi, Nix.
"I've been good, just working a crap ton." "You still talking to anyone from high school?"
He's great.
"No, not really.
His
I was happy
videos
for
are
high school to
awesome.
be over." "Same. It's funny we only ever really spoke a few times in school." "Yeah, I know.
Oh, they're pretending
Maybe
to
we
be
should make
someone
up for
from
lost
school.
Maybe
Wow.
we should. Do you have a snap?" From here, Jeremy gives Mia his snap, and they continue their conversation there. Jeremy didn't take any screenshots from the snap conversation, but basically from there, they continued to talk about life after high school. Then they escalated to talking about linking up somewhere and chatting in person. They agreed to meet in a nearby parking lot behind a strip mall where nobody goes at night. Jeremy was ready to go basically right away, not needing much time to get ready. Mia, on the other hand, said she wouldn't be able to get there for another hour
Hi,
and a half at
Rowan.
least. She claimed she was with friends and couldn't just ditch them, so they set up a meetup time for 12 behind the strip mall. It took
What?
Jeremy only 5 minutes to get there, as the lot is in the same town that the two live.
Crazy.
He sat there in his car waiting for her for about 20 minutes, receiving
It's been a
apologies for
year?
being late every few
Happy New
minutes on
Year to
Snapchat.
you.
Eventually, headlights appeared from around the corner and
How you
approached
been?
slowly, then stopped not too far from Jeremy's car. Mia snapped him a picture of his car saying, "I think I see you." So Jeremy stepped out from his car.
Crazy.
He then realized the car looked to be a small Honda or Hyundai, when in reality the car that was posted all over Mia's
Of
Instagram was a Jeep
course.
Cherokee.
We're going strong.
Immediately, Jeremy went back into his car and went to DM Mia on Instagram. Meanwhile, the car outside was honking at Jeremy. He
Oh,
opened Snap and messaged her, "Hey, step out from your car and let me see you for a second." They opened it,
that's
took half a minute to reply,
crazy.
and said, "I don't want to, it's so cold out, what's wrong?" At this point, Jeremy knew something was off, so he got in his car and started driving home, but the car was following him, honking the horn. Jeremy decided to get on the highway, at which point the car behind him tailed off and disappeared. Jeremy pulled to the side of the road to block the Snapchat account, but they had already beaten him to it. He went home, and by then he had gotten a DM back from the actual Mia. This is how their conversation went. Jeremy opened with this.
Holy, that's crazy. You could have been abducted or something. Been busy getting your certifications? I hope everything worked out. Don't worry. I fully understand. Real life is always number one, guys. We are watching Mr. Nightmare right now, but the entire day we've been watching like a little bit here, a little bit there. And right now, a really cool video. 7 horrific Tinder matches gone horribly wrong. I am a fan. Really cool video. As always, I'll be putting all of this on YouTube, so if you missed something, you can go and watch it there.
"Hey, this may sound really, really weird, but did I match you on Tinder?" She says, "Hi, no, why?"
Oh
Jesus, long story.
God!
I matched someone catfishing as you, and we talked for a while about high school. I really thought it was you. I met up with the person running the account in a parking lot, but it was some random car, not your Jeep, so I drove away.
Holy
And
shit,
he
that's so
sent screenshots of the
creepy.
conversation.